How's everybody doing? My name is Ryan Lehman. Today I'm going to go over on how to build and design your own personal feeder, your game feeder, whether you're trying to attract deer, hogs, whatever it is. Here's the design that I've kind of decided to go with. I will leave a list of all the materials down in the description below. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to me, and I'm going to be trying to post a lot of more how-to videos on, how to set up your deer stands, where to set up, what to do, how to build feeders, shooting houses, all kinds of cool stuff involved with hunting. But anyway, just check that out. But anyway, what I've got is a 55-gallon drum. I prefer a metal one, that way squirrels don't mess it up. I'll be able to get a lot of corn in there. That's what I'll be using. What I did, I got a 4x4 post, cut it to the length that I needed. I've got spacers on here just for support. I did a 8-inch eye bolt to go through, so pretty cool. I just kind of thought about what I would think would be best, and this is kind of what I came up with, designed it on my own. I've got chains to hold it. I've got more eye bolts right here and up top. And in another video, I'll actually show setting the feeder up. I'm just going to show how to design and build it. I'll probably stop it throughout and do some steps and get it all adjusted. But you can just paint it whatever color you want. Like I said, over here, I've got the top. So the top is right there. It's removable. Right here, that's my feeder funnel. That is the American Hunter style, is what the brand is. Over here, this is what I've decided to go with. I got it off of Amazon, and I decided to go with the All Seasons feeder. Several reasons. First off, it's all galvanized. I don't have to worry about rust. I like the size of it and just the durability of it. It's pretty heavy, but it's gonna last a long time. If you pop this open on the inside, there is a couple different models, but that is your 12-volt motor. 12 volt is obviously a lot bigger, but from all the research and everything I've done, it's going to throw corn further, it's going to last longer. I did order the combo, so basically it comes with the All Seasons galvanized feeder. Comes with the motor. Right here, you've got two options. You can either do the All Seasons feeder, or the timer is the timer would be what it's called, or this digital timer. It's All Seasons. Basically the same thing. This one's maybe 40 bucks cheaper, so I decided to go that route. Right here, I've got a 12-volt battery, and then I've also got my solar charger that came with it. Pretty cool. I'm gonna use self-tapping screws to go into the bottom of the feeder. I'll show you that in a little bit. And then on the side, here's your spot for the cable that's going to go with my solar charger. I'm going to go ahead and drill out the hole. I'll stop the video, and after I've got it installed, kind of show you how it looks and what I did. That way you don't have to sit here and watch me work. But anyway, I think it's going to work out really well. I'll show you here in just a couple minutes. Alright, now that I have the feeder off of my gambrel that I designed, what I'm going to do, I'll flip this barrel over. So I'm going to take my tape measure, get a measurement, get dead center, and then I'm going to drill it out. I'm going to start out with this drill bit right here. It's a 2 1/8, I believe. Which I might have to drill a couple to make it a little bit bigger. But anyway, whenever that corn goes through the funnel, it's going to come down and land right on this spinner. So I'll show you here in just a minute after I drill it, and then continue on with the video. Okay, I just used that drilled out my hole, and set that down for a second. As you can tell with this feeder funnel, whenever I get it like that, that hole is going to line up pretty much perfect. So that was a 2 1/8 inch size hole. So I'm going to just try that out to start with. I can always make it bigger later if I need to. So now that I've got that, I'm gonna get my feeder unit, flip it over, and then I'm gonna use self-tapping screws and install it that way. All right, now we've got the feeder unit on there. So I just centered it all up. You can adjust the height of that so you can control the depth of how much corn you want. Alright, I have got the feeder unit on there now. Got my 12-volt battery. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I've got the solar panel on there. I've got my feeder unit on there. Right here is the digital timer, the all seasons timer. It's pretty easy. You just have that wiring harness, you hook it up, and then this is the first time I've ever done this, so I don't know how this is gonna work, but I figured just to kind of explain it and show you how, I'd let you walk through it with me. So I've got my battery. I'm gonna go ahead and take these covers off the terminals, and this here goes to my up to the battery. So black obviously goes on black. So right here, put that directly on there. Perfect. Red on red, clip that on there. Perfect. I've got time. It's showing me full battery. I'm going to take my solar charger, and it's got little terminals on there, black on black. So I'm going to slide that down on that terminal. Perfect. And then my little red, we go on red, slide that down. Alright, there we go. Got that. Now, this, let's go to programming, clock. I just hit test. That thing really spins good. Okay, so there's my clock. So if I come over here, 7:44 p.m. 7. Perfect. There's my feed time for the first time. Alright, first time. Feed time. Let's program the time. Let's say it's probably going to be 5:30 in the morning. Alright, I'm just going to say 7:48. 7:48. Duration, I'm going to do 10 seconds. I'm going to do it on high. Perfect. Seconds right there. And now for putting the feeder funnel in there. got different size holes in there for adjusting, but that 55 ought to be right there. I think I'm going to use some screws to hold it together. Alright, I just got the feeder funnel down in there installed. So probably what I'll do is use duct tape and just tape to make sure that nothing goes down. But as you can see, there's a spot for a bottom and also the top. But if you put the screws in there, it always gets hung up. So just use those 4 in the middle and it should work great. There's my lid. I'll show you how it works in just a second. But there it is. We got the solar panel right there. And then the feeder unit right there. It is pretty cool because whenever you open this up, you know, you got your timer and the battery, but you can also put a lock on that. That way you don't have to worry about somebody trying to steal your timer or whatever. But that's it right there. And this will go on top. Set that up right there. That'll sit right on top like that. And then I've got this. Right there. Kind of working my way around it. Once I got that, that'll drop right in there. Spin that. I can lock it. That way I don't have to worry about nothing getting in there. I mean, that's solid. It's got a seal. But that's it right there. That's the All Seasons feeder. That's a Wild Game solar panel, and then just a 12 volt. I think it was either 7 or 8 amp hours for the battery. But that's it right there. So stay tuned. I'm actually going to do another video on how to hang it. There's either 2 options depending on my scouting and what I find where I'll hang it. But if I'm out near a pine chop or a field or whatever, I've got about a 16-foot feeder pole, so I'll go that route. Or if I'm back in the woods, I'll probably get a chain and go up about 20 foot, wrap it around, go across to another tree, wrap it around, and clip it on there. But I will have a description of all my stuff in the bottom of this video, and I think it's gonna be somewhere around 250 bucks for everything. But it's a solid feeder. I will use a winch to pull the feeder up, but should be good. So this is the video on how to build your own feeder, and then I'll try to do a video on installing a feeder out in the field and what to look for and how to set it up out there. But should be pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's going to work really well. So y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching.